No.
Whatever I say, I'm in trouble. I could say a lot of things. I could say yes, I could say no, but I'd be in trouble no matter what I say.
Do you mind being in trouble?
I'm mad for trouble. Stone mad for trouble.
To be honest, with the housing, because there is a housing crisis, there has been loads of people that has like taken houses, and now like people in Ireland are actually homeless. And also, like, for example, like hotels have now actually closed down because of like refugees, which is amazing for sure. But now, like, let's say if it's like in a small town, now there's nowhere for like the tourism is like kind of crashed because there's nowhere to stay, unfortunately. But like, you know, I completely like bring them all in, like accept it and stuff, but there are just kind of issues with it.
It's almost like that they're focusing on kind of keeping us all in our box and telling us that we have to as a nation welcome all these different nationalities in, and that's okay. Like, I'm all for helping, but like, can we not help the ones that are here and put a stop to it right now, and then go from there when we have more information? Like, surely to God they're able to like, I understand when people are coming from war-torn countries, they mightn't have their IDs, but there's always ways and means. Like, Big Brother is everywhere. And, you know, I'm not fooled 1 minute that they can't find out any information on anyone at any given time from anywhere in the world, honestly.
My concerns on taking people into the country would be with housing them to start with, and language and social issues, whether they could integrate safely into our society, basically. Because we do have a lot of underlying hatred boiling there to do with immigration coming into the country, definitely.
Okay, I have no problem with immigration in general, but at the moment I think we've taken in too many people. I don't think they have assessed people's needs, including people who have already immigrated into the country. They're just, I don't agree with an open door.
I think it's always great that we're bringing them in, but we're bringing in too many in an extent that, like, you know, the government are hopping them into these hostels. They're not, some of them not even fit for purpose. They're not. You know, I'd have the doors open for them all the time, no problem at all. Like, but if the government could actually ramp up places and actually have proper accommodations for them.
I say there's enough, but homelessness is just terrible at the moment. So if the government like fixes that, then just take in as many as they need, you know.
Well, I think we're not fair to those who have already come here from different countries like Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq. We're not fair because I think it seems to be a hierarchy of how you're going to be treated when you come here. And that I don't like, because I know people from these countries and I find that they're given the hard road and others are given the easy track. That's what I feel. And I think to do justice to people that come in here, if you keep bringing more and more people in, you're going to swamp the health service as well as the housing the housing. So I think I have to be fair. And there is a lot of countries that don't seem to be taking as many, but they have opt-outs, like say Denmark has an opt-out.
I generally feel that Ireland's medical system is quite weak and it can put a pressure on that. If the government can take care of that and make sure that that is being considered, then maybe it's fine. Otherwise, it could be a problem from that perspective.
I think that we've probably, I mean, look, you hear a lot of story in the news, it's hard to put a definitive on it. But I think there's probably, if people are coming to work, absolutely no problem anyone coming in. If it's people that are been pushed into communities and we don't know, you know, how they're been integrated in, if they've been integrated in. But, you know, if they're coming to work and they're happy to integrate in and kind of, I suppose, adopt some of our practices and with their own, then I have no problem.
I have like a mixed kind of opinion on that. I think it's just it's like we're taking in all of these people and it's so difficult because they're either being placed in areas where it's completely isolated with just that community, so they're not being integrated into a society properly. Like they need help, and it's like they're not really getting the help they need. Also, yeah, I think it's just more policies need to be like implemented and get more help for those people, and so yeah, maybe we're not taking it enough. Maybe it's a thing of we're not taking enough, but it's also we're not helping our own either. So yeah, it's kind of like mixed, I think, yeah.
Concerned that there's a lot of people to house first, maybe beforehand, but look, if I needed a house as well, I'd probably take it as well, but maybe just should be a little tighter on it.
Yeah.
But that's all, I don't know. Don't want to say too much on that one.
They're too slack with it, I think. Alright, they're too slack with it, I think. There's a lot of people in Ireland that need to be housed as well as say Ukrainians and all. So I don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, at some point I feel so, because when native people start feeling that their opportunities are being taken away, resources are taken away, and that we can see in almost all cities, major cities of Ireland. So I think for that government should bring some kind of special schemes for the natives who are over here, and top of that, those who are immigrants coming over here. Somewhere they should, along with the English, there has to be some bare minimum mandatory Irish language qualification too, so that the culture over here will be preserved. Because I feel so, language is a pretty important thing. If language will wiped out slowly, steadily, then everything will go away. And if those who are coming from the other region are coming over here with learning native language, then probably the original people over here will accept them readily, because they will consider them among themselves. So it will be easy intermingling between the immigrants and the originals who are living over here. So I feel that government has to make that also mandatory at some point, along with the English, the way there's IELTS and other examinations.
I believe that we're getting all this direction from Brussels, and we're being told what to say and what to do and how to do it and what to accept and what not to accept. And I think that Ireland needs to regain back its power, and I think that we as Irish people need to have a say in where our country is going.